good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you are doing well. Carrie Wordier, health coach here, and back with my Wednesday Wellness. I know I wasn't here on Wednesday. I was at a health coaching conference in Dallas, and it was just too hard to pop on. So anyhow, we'll make up for it because tonight's information is great. Today, we are talking about 5 reasons that diets don't work, and then we're going to talk about 5 things that we can do that do work and don't require the stress that comes with a diet or the consequences that come from the aftermath of a diet. So research shows that regular dieting is a waste of our time and it's a waste of our energy. Why? Why would I say this? We're all on diets, right? That's how we live our life. Every Monday morning we wake up and we go on a new diet. Why? There's no reason for it. And I am proof that that's the case because I gave up dieting this last year, and the weight is slowly coming off just with these little tricks I've been doing, little gradual changes over time. It's called the transformational method, and it is a slow process. It's just not overnight success, but I've lost about 10 pounds in about 4 months now without going on a diet, with just changing some of these habits. And this is what I work with my clients because there's better options out there. So it's what we want to do is go into these 5 points. So first of all, according to Dr. Hyman, he is a functional wellness medical doctor, and these are the 5 tips that he gives. So they're coming from him. It's his information. Okay, so reason number 1 that diets fail is that we try to do it with willpower alone. You cannot rely on willpower. That is so stupid. If you have to go through the day starving and willing yourself not to eat, there's an imbalance there and something's wrong. You shouldn't have to do that. And I have done that. And I thought that I was so proud that the weight came off super, super quick. But in all reality, all that was happening is I was starving, and the weight also came back on really, really quick. And we're going to get back into that, or a little more into that in a little bit here. But rather than having willpower, we need to understand that there's science behind this hunger. There's a reason that we're hungry. And once we figure out why, we can nourish our body in a proper way, and we no longer need willpower. We can just naturally eat and listen to our body. I promise it really does happen. Okay, number 2, you're focused on counting calories. Who is still putting their calories in MyFitnessPal? Oh my goodness, stop the madness. I think it's okay to put your calories in if you want to get like a base idea of where you're at, but counting calories is not going to help you lose weight. It may actually help you lose weight if you deprive yourself and that's what you're living on. Of course, you're going to drop some weight, but the key is to eating the proper foods. And sometimes the calories are not going to tell you that information. Sometimes you can go over your calorie allowance for the day and you're eating the right food and you're going to see the weight fall off. So counting calories, number 2, it's got to go. Number 3, this one kills me. Low-fat foods. If you open your fridge and there's low-fat foods in there, they have got to go in the garbage. Trash them. Fat foods are making you fat. If you have skim milk in your fridge, you need to let it go. It's going to make you fat. You need fat in your food. The reason is it satisfies you. It keeps you to the next meal. It gives your body the energy it needs. Low-fat food, it looks good when you put it in a tracker, but low-fat food is not good for you. The first thing you should do is start buying full-fat foods and amazingly watch how much better you feel, how less hungry you are, and how the pounds start to fall away. Okay, so you lack a solid health and wellness plan. That's number 5. So you have no direction. You're just kind of one day trying this and one day trying that. Maybe you're on this diet one day, that diet. Maybe you're doing this fitness routine one day, this fitness routine. You don't exercise for a month and then you start doing something again. You need a solid plan. So it doesn't mean that you need to have aggressive exercise to lose weight. You actually don't. You just really need to be moving for 30 minutes a day. Yes, it's great to have strength training and stuff in there because the muscle and stuff really, really does help you. And as we age, it's really, really important. But it's more about moving and having a regular movement plan. So if you like to do a variety of exercise, that's okay, but have a plan. These are my walking days. These are my strength days. This is my day off from exercising. I'm just gonna do light housework or something to get my heart pumping because we want your heart pumping every day. And then for eating, it doesn't need to be a diet. It needs to be a plan. So a lot of times I refer my clients just to have a general guideline. No rules. Do not have rules for yourself because you're setting yourself up for failure. So have guidelines. Like my guidelines are I drink my 64 ounces of water plus a day. I go to bed by 10:30. I try to quit eating around 7 or 8 every night. I try to make each plate really healthy. If I'm eating at home, I really try and limit any junk foods or snacks because I can get those when I'm out and about. I don't snack a whole lot in between meals anymore like I used to. If I snack, it's a mid-afternoon snack and that's about it. No evening snack, no morning snack. I don't need it because I've started changing the way my plates are. And that works good for my body. I realize everybody is very different. So have a plan. You need a plan, okay? So I work out every day. Regardless, I work out every day. Sometimes it's a harder workout. Sometimes it's a lighter workout. But I work out every day. And if I skip it, I feel it. And I don't enjoy that. That is just part of my routine. And that's what we're talking about is we want part of your routine. Okay, so those are our 5 tips. Did you guys get them all? And then another thing to remember is that the average dieter loses weight. And they also lose muscle and fat when that weight is coming off, especially if you do it really, really quick. It looks great. It looks like you're just, boom, the weight's falling off, but a lot of times you're losing that muscle tone with it. Here's the sad, scary, scary, scary part of this, and I learned this, unfortunately, the hard way over the years, is that when that weight starts to come back on, the muscle doesn't come with it, just the fat. So go ahead and do your crazy diet where you lose all this weight overnight, but be prepared for the repercussions that you're never going to be able to eat again the way you have been able to. Okay, so another thing is how can we succeed without dieting? So we're going to go over 5 ways to succeed without dieting. Yay, there is an option. There is something we can do. Okay, so number 1, eat enough whole foods. This is so much easier than we make it. It's food that comes from a whole state. It doesn't come out of a bag. It doesn't come from a drive-through. It comes from its whole state. You take it home, you chop it up. You take the food, you bake it. It is just not processed. So don't overthink it. It's just whole food, the way God made it, right? Don't overthink that. So number 1, whole foods. Number 2, eat protein for breakfast. This is going to help boost your energy and help you to feel full for the day. Like, who doesn't want that, right? I personally eat breakfast within an hour or 2 of waking up. I would say more about 2 hours after I wake up. And I know there's many opinions about it, but if you really evaluate what you're eating during the day, you might find that if you start eating breakfast, you're not binging or gorging yourself at night. I used to think I ate less if I didn't eat till noon, and then I realized I was getting pretty high calorie and fat and all of that coming in the evening, whereas, especially like carbs and stuff, like you're carb loading at night. Whereas if I make sure I get my breakfast in, you know what, it kind of started eliminating that for me. So it was a simple fix. Okay, so number 3 is we want to eat your last meal 3 hours before you go to bed. This doesn't mean you go to bed at 1 in the morning. It just means quit eating 3 hours before you go to bed. So I try and go to bed by 10 or 10:30, and I will preach about going to bed at 10 or 10:30 like crazy because that is a dramatic way to lose weight and reduce stress. Dramatic. If you're not going to bed at a reasonable hour, you might as well just put the pounds and just keep them there because they're not going to want to drop off. That was a huge needle mover for me by starting to go to bed earlier. But so by doing that, you're giving your body a chance to digest before you go to sleep. And then also your body gets a break from food. It's okay for our bodies to have a break from food. There doesn't have to be food in it all the time. Let it do what it's made to so we can get back to our natural hunger state. Okay, number 4. Make low glycemic foods part of your diet. We want to have nuts. We want to have seeds, lean meats like chicken and fish. This is all going to help your blood sugar stay level. What happens when our blood sugar stays level? We're not starving. We're not running to the fridge. Very, 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 very important. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, the last one. Eat good fats at every meal. I didn't say drink skim milk at every meal. Eat good fats at every meal. Let them fill you up, feel good, feel satisfied. The fats are very important. And no, I'm not telling you to eat an entire avocado unless you are really good at burning through the fats. I personally could not do that. I would definitely start to gain weight. I tend to have half of an avocado. Maybe that's a lot for some people. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but that works really good for me. But like a little handful of seeds or nuts, every meal include those kind of things because like I said, you're going to be completely satisfied. So that's it. 5 reasons diets don't work. 5 things you can do to start seeing that needle move and get your weight where you want it to be. And if you enjoyed this video, the best thing you can do for me is give it a heart, give it a like, share it on your page. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to me. And I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or another topic you guys would want to learn about. That's it, guys. We'll see you later.